every Sunday
for 60 minutes. We are free. Sharing passion. Pushing the limits. This is the New World Sim Racing GT3 Sprint Series.
Round 6, Spa de Francorchamps. Each and every driver has mentally prepared themselves to challenge, to fight, to rise above their rivals and make a name for themselves on track. 10 rounds of action-packed racing await us all in the New World Sim Racing GT3 Sprint Series. Drivers, start your engines.
Hello.
Good evening.
That was very nice. Have a good race. This is dope. I am clipping. Sorry for that. Hello and welcome, everyone.
How you doing,
Hello
man?
there.
Hello. Hey, Fresh. I have no words. That was a fantastic intro video. I didn't even know what was going on that.
I had no idea what was coming either. That was the mega mix, the Spa de Francorchamps mega mix.
Francorchamps. Francorchamps, is that what you said?
It's very nice.
Yeah, you know, like, look, I struggle with accents. I don't know, you know?
Francorchamps.
I don't know. But either way,
That was
awesome
beautiful.
stuff from Barrett with the remix.
Has been nada.
What about the Chomp Train?
Chomp chain. That was beautiful.
Jay Goose in the chat with the Spinalo. I'm pretty sure that's aimed at me because I span a bunch of times at Spa yesterday in our endurance race. I had an awful time with the Mercedes yesterday.
As one does.
Yeah.
Welcome, Jalen. Stay fresh. All right, I see it.
Noted. Duly noted.
Just wait until I butcher your name, Jalen, like everybody else.
You'll be Jeremy or something by the end of the stream. No question.
What are we looking at today? So we have Spa.
Spa de Francorchamps.
It's been a while. I don't think we've raced here for a year.
Here's the thing. It's a beautiful track. I really like it. I am having a little PTSD today from yesterday, but you know, when you're in a car that you've got to grips with and you have no issues with, it really is a fun track to drive. And
really is.
Looking at the practice times that the guys are putting up, man, have the lap times ever got quicker here.
It really, honestly, I've noticed some of them early, and it's like, I remember when nobody could do under 20s.
Yeah, 19s was like what people were trying to aim for, and that was including our top split, like when we first started, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for the sub gift, or Tiago.
Oh, look, it's Tiago.
Tiago bringing out his inner billionaire as usual. Freaks are doing 15s here. Yes, I've seen some of those. Impressive.
Yeah. So no Joey today, guys. He's dealing with some family stuff. So we wish him all the best. And it's just myself and Faris, who's got a cold again.
Who's got a cold? If I sound nasally, which I always do anyways.
No, you don't.
I sound pretty nasally, I think. Thank you, Robbie.
So one of the AMs out there today is sporting a new livery.
Oh, are we bringing him up now?
I mean, the AMs are qualifying, so I feel like now's the time.
Now is the time, Mister.
One farmers only, Chris Turner.
I think this one needs. Hang on, I need to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we get like a real good shot of Chris's livery? The serious racing is coming, guys. Those that are here to watch serious racing, it is coming.
Well, first of all, it's yours truly.
Wait, is that me? Son of a bitch.
And only farmers. Oh my God.
That's me?
Holding watermelons.
Yeah, that is a picture of me with my twins that have been replaced with watermelons. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That's a wall. Hang on. I noticed there's one big spot at the top. So only farmers with monster juice. All right, I guess we're going up. What are we looking at?
What in the fuck?
Hey, Barry.
Did you get this off my Facebook? Like, where did he get these pictures? Has he been stalking me? I feel like he's been cyber stalking me.
Oh, I love this. Please never change,
Wow.
Chris. This
Wow.
is amazing. Amazing.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm honored, slightly afraid. All of the above, yeah.
Wow,
My goodness
it's
me.
very
Well, thank you,
nice.
Chris, for that.
Well, at least you're leading pole. You're leading amps.
Hello
right
there.
now, Milo.
Yeah, Chris with the 220.6. I saw him do a 19.9 in practice. I know the Beamer is pretty stable here, so wouldn't surprise
It's
me
very nice.
to see him get a little bit more. He's already up 0.6 right now, actually.
Yeah. Further, S tier livery 100%. I put in S plus right there. And sorry, there's one other part we must not forget. It's Troubles Turner.
Gotcha. Troubles Turner.
In case anybody doesn't know what that is, you might want to scroll up a lot in our Discord somewhere, but it's in there.
It is in there. Henry coming in with a 220.7. So second on the grid right now. He's just about to start another lap. So they've got about 3.5 minutes. So
2 more laps to go.
2 more laps. Yeah.
Yep. So unfortunately, not many laps to get one in, and I see that Michael Cortez is actually on an invalid one currently. So he has only 2 more attempts. So.
Big raid coming in from Christian Ruta 83 raiding with a party of 19. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. You join us at Spa as our AMs, our bronze split actually really is what we call them. They are on track.
As
We
well
only
as Milo.
have, and I'm on track. Yeah, we have five bronze today. A good chunk is silvers again, which I think is the biggest split.
Yes. The good chunk
And then
of silvers.
7 golds on track as well. So, a good mix. Yeah, good mix today.
Yeah, looking forward to the racing, honestly.
A grid of 26. It is a holiday weekend, so I suspect that is contributing to the numbers.
You know, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I know. Everyone was like, "Why did we have last week off?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm ask Faris. That was my default answer.
No, we planned the entire season, I think, in December. The entire year, sorry, in December.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. There's 2 drop rounds for those that
Exactly.
have lives.
I expect the grid to grow again from here up. I reckon this will be the lowest attendance of the season, just because of what it is, holiday weekend. But we'll see.
Yeah. I can't believe we've had more at Snetterton. Ooh, David Miller, they're really not
Getting a little loose.
Yeah.
Kept it out the wall.
out the wall. So he's not going to have another go anymore. That's
Well,
it.
you know why?
David.
Because he put in a 2:19.6. That's a banger of a lap
It really is.
from Miller in the Audi.
It really is.
Chris Troubles Turner in the only Farmers livery did do the 2:19.9.
Yeah.
So Miller, what a lap from. Have we ever had a bronze in the 19s before?
I don't think
is
so, but
a question.
we have our second one. Chris right now, and is improving, is gonna... Let's see. Not
has
really.
time.
He's lost it. Lost his time on the final corner.
He has time to do one more lap. He's
Yes.
just gone around La Source, so
Sauce.
La Source. Yeah, going down to Eau Rouge, which is my nemesis after yesterday.
Absolutely love it. Oh. Yeah, so again, Michael Cortez still putting in an invalid lap. Last time around is going to be his last chance at putting one in. And Rick Simile also has not been able to put a valid lap just yet. And this is going to be his last attempt as well.
Both on a valid lap currently.
So far, yes. So, our bronze class, I mean, already in the 219s, Chris 3/10 up in Virage.
Oh, is that what that corner's called? I call it the annoying right-hander that goes on forever and has no traction.
The annoying.
But yeah,
Virage.
I think you got it with the correct name. So yeah, Troubles is into Puon now, as I call it.
Commentary team, a PC crash, and it made me think of you, Milo. Nomas with the sub. Oh, sorry, Kim with the sub to Nomas.
Why did that
Thank
make
you
you
very
think of me? Oh, because I crashed yesterday? Cheeky bastard. Gifted sub from Kim there to Nomas.
Nomas, yeah. Oh, I see Michael Cortez has invalidated his lap once again.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's one of those tracks that there are some awkward track limit spots, so...
Yeah. If I were him, I would practice the pit entry on this lap, because not going to be able to do another one.
Rick Simile coming around Blanchimont, he's still on a valid lap. I'm not sure what the time's going to be, but it should get him up
Well, that's deep in
there.
the final chicane.
Really deep. Little bit too deep on the brakes. It's going to cost him a lot of time.
Thank you guys so much. It's been generous so far today.
He does the 221.
221.
And Nomas gifting a sub as well.
And bullet, too.
To Stream Elements. Was that a random Nomas?
I just noticed that.
Was that a random, or did you pick Stream Elements for that by any chance? Because it wouldn't surprise me with him. For those that don't know, I know Nomas, so yeah.
Pick the bot.
If I give him a hard time or vice versa, it's all in good jest.
Love it.
Love
it.
So the Silver's out on track. So yeah, Chris Troubles Turner will lead the bronze drivers. Is he leading this split?
We should probably know this, right?
We talk about this every week. We do, yeah.
It's
We've
all-
said 2 weeks off.
I've had 2 weeks off. I'm still in vacation mode right now. Let's see. Shall we?
Silver's prepping to go out on their flying laps now.
So, currently, in silver class, Josh Barrett is leading. Oh, sorry. For bronze, it was Carson who's unfortunately not with us today. That he's away for the time.
Drop round for Carson. He is in the chat though. Hello,
Yes.
Carson.
Hello, Carson. David Miller in P2, who is currently P2 on the leaderboard, and Rick Simile for P3. But
Indeed.
Chris,
So
go on.
it looks like Joseph is it Joseph. Oh no, Dylan Beveridge is ahead of him on track, and 139, which is Carlos Guzman. So Carlos Guzman in the AMG was in the 24 yesterday. Their car had to retire as well, I believe, at some point during the race. So I noticed that they're using the same liveries they had yesterday. You might not have them, but I do.
I do not have them. Carlos and Jose, I guess they've been the two black Mercedes on the track.
Yeah, so they have Positive Perception liveries, which was the charity that the 24-hour race did yesterday. It was a really good course.
This way, so they can see it. There you go, chat.
Yeah, there you go.
Not
There
quite
it is.
so black.
That is the Positive Perception livery. So yeah, we want to give that some love. That's Team Crazy Rabbits Racing, which Funk is a part of as well. But of course, he is in... What car is he in? The Lambo, isn't he?
In the Lambo. In the Funky Town Lambo.
Yeah, exactly. So Silver's going to be putting down their times now.
First one to cross the line on a valid hot lap should be Joseph German.
Indeed. No mess. I've got a noise on my soundboard I'm tempted to use, but I won't. It has a lot of reverb. That's the only clue I'm going to give you.
Oh, yeah.
So Joseph German does indeed go across the line with a 2:18.5. So good lap to get things started for the Silvers.
Jalen Jenkins, Ryan Cody across the line. Next is Chemo. Chemo is going to move up to P1 provisionally with a 2:18.1. Those are already some fast laps coming in.
Yeah, indeed. So Chemo as well was in the Spa race yesterday, but in the Merc, so he switched back to the McLaren, and the McLaren is really strong here. I think in that Enduro yesterday, I think it was 28 or 32 of the grid were McLarens, so make of that what you will.
That's a handful.
Yeah, it's a lot of McLaren strength here at Spa at the moment. So Chemo's going to take advantage of it. Don't blame him at all.
I gotta say, like, the grid is doing all right now in Silver. They're not too packed. I see that they're almost in tow range within each other. So some people trying to take advantage of some of that. So far, Chemo upping the leaderboard.
Barrett in with the 2:19.2. I think it's a good lap. Based on what I heard him saying during the week, unless he's found some more time in practice today, but I think he'll be quite happy with that. It's a decent lap.
It really is.
I think anything low 19s and below is good, really.
Barrett, the good BMW driver, in contrast to Turner, the Milo BMW driver.
Yes, we will be talking about that livery. No, it's fine. It made me chuckle. I just want to know where you've been stalking me. You know, like there's some stalking been going on, because I don't remember posting those pictures. I may have posted those pictures in the Discord. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen the top one. Ooh.
Oh, he's in my Discord. I probably posted them in my Discord.
Oh.
Yeah, no mass. I'm very happy with the football result today. I don't want to rub it in too hard for the United fans out there.
Jalen Jenkins up 1.3 seconds. Almost
crosses the line, yeah. Great
Almost
lap.
makes it above Chemo. He had 1.5 and lost 0.2 on exit. So that is going to be
a 2:18.3.
Who knows he has some of that time.
Will we see a Silver get into the 17s?
Oh, I have no doubt.
Kajcevic, so Chemo was up 2 tenths. He's done a 2:18.1. He's just starting another lap. So.
6.6 seconds for Roberson to move up to P1, so he had a not so happy lap, I guess, last time around, and he's into the 17.
Unbelievable lap. And I mean, Roberson was in gold last year, right? Came down.
Yes.
And I mean, that is, I think 17s. I know some people can do 16s, but 17s, man, that is so rapid.
Yeah.
What a great lap. Well done, Mark.
Yeah, so Mark is a really good driver. I think last season he was in gold. I think the demotion was because of the consistent crashing. Unfortunately, he didn't have that much of a good time last season around, and I think his choice of car wasn't also the greatest for the tracks that he had.
What was he in last year? I forget.
Don't recall.
I was busy driving last year.
I was talking smack and don't remember.
Barrett pulling off to the side of the road. Looks like he's done with quali. There's only about 1:30 left, so if anyone hasn't started a new lap, that will be it. Kajcevic is up half a second right now, entering sector 3. So this could
be it.
Be it, yeah. He's coming, heading for Blanchimont now. If he nails the bus stop, that's where it's going to be key, I think.
Yeah.
Losing a little time through Blanchimont.
So Beveridge was in the M4 last season. Actually, that should have been an alright car. I think it was the crashing.
Oh, he started in the Jag, though.
Yes.
All right, Kamal Kajcevic looks
losing
not
time.
bad. Only a little bit. He's still going to get into the 17s with this, though. And he goes top by a very small margin. Goodness me. 0.078 or something? My goodness.
That is quick. And he knows he has some more time available to him without Mark Robeson, sorry, just coming across. I thought he was going to take it back by just barely. He's lost some time as well. It looks like the exit of the bus stop, everybody's kind of not really taking it the best way they can.
That is I mean, we got 2 silver drivers in the 17s. That is phenomenal stuff.
Really is, yeah.
Dylan Beveridge was up about 6/10, so he's lost a little bit, but he's still on his last lap, right? So
yeah, so everybody right
an eye on
now,
Dylan.
final lap for the silvers. Let's see, Carlos Guzman around the final corner. I saw 3/10 up, losing time on exit. Gonna break just even. Fortunately for him, that is gonna be the end of his session. 74 is
Dylan's still up.
Beveridge.
He was up 4/10. He's
Ooh.
and he's lost it. And the
That's-
McLaren goes into the wall. Unlucky there, Dylan. That was a good lap. It might have been enough. In fact, I think it would have been enough to put in P3 because he was heading for a 2:18.1 there. So yeah, bad luck on that lap. Robertson, is he on a valid lap?
I did notice his time was red. Beverage, that is. But I don't know if
was
it was
it?
just clipping the grass and made it red before the spin, or it was beforehand. But
So Mark is on a valid lap.
yes.
It must have been real close.
Yeah.
Lukey also up about half a second almost. So
Yeah, you can see
right
all
now
the,
Mark's on pace for a low
Ooh,
2:17, which is
and it's an invalid lap. He's went too wide on the exit.
he
of
did.
us.
I mean, he was on pace for an incredible lap.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's up 3/10, so that would be down to the mid 217. Had he finished that?
Unreal.
Santos.
I did a low 18 practicing this week, and that was my best lap at Spa ever. So I just can't fathom 17s, man. That's just insane.
Oh, we also have Lukey, who's halfway through the gold field, still on a valid lap. I guess because you get out of the pits far ahead of the start-finish line. So Lukey, a really good lap for him, 6/10 and a lot of tow. Moves up to P13 and is going to put it in the wall.
He's just trying to get out the way at this point, I think. So the the gold split. I can't help. We have a running joke about the pros for anyone that knows, but it's fine.
It might be problematic.
Gold split on track. So today we do have Jackson, Mike, that is, Dylan Sauer, Carl Big, Rados, Hutch, Funk, and Sakachi. Where's Blaine?
Hall, I just saw a message in chat. His game crashed
again. Oh man,
I don't know what's happening for him. It seems he's crashing or getting disconnected every round.
Yeah, that is. Oh, that sucks. Sorry about that, Blaine.
Last time around, it was his whole PC that froze up. Ooh, Mike Jackson, that is right on the edge of track limits. Surprised that didn't invalidate. That looked really off. He is back in, is he? I don't see him on the grid.
Yeah, he's in.
Oh,
I see him on
yeah,
race control, yeah. Okay,
Come
let's hope, fingers crossed for Blaine, that everything holds out and he's able to get through the race. So Mike Jackson, the first of the gold drivers to, will be the first to cross the line. Heading for Blanchimont now, so we'll see.
Mike really is flirting with those track limits. He's right on the edge every other corner. We'd love to see it.
Yeah, he's really been enjoying the Ferrari, I think. As did I last season.
Lexus, yeah. He used to be always in the Lexus, wasn't he?
Yeah, for a long time, yeah. Then he was in the Honda for a season or two. So Mike, opening lap for him is a 2:17.9, so straight in the 17s, which I think he'll be happy with because now he can build on that. And Funk in the 2:18.2. Man, some unbelievable lap times here.
Really, yeah. I do see Carl just cross the line on an invalid lap. So Carl is going to have 3 more attempts to go. You just saw an Audi spin in front of you in the pits. Oh, is it? Just doing donuts. Fine. Or it could have been Blaine. Warming up. Yep. Wow. Warming up his tires.
Blaine out on track now, so he's probably got time for 2 laps. But we know how quick he is. So
yeah, he'll have time for 2 valid laps. One to just get a banker in, and then one to try and get a banker in.
So far, Kamal Kajcevic in the silver, setting the bar with the 2:17.8.
Really, yes.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
All of our gold drivers are in the green so far, though.
Absolutely, yeah. So Mike Jackson, for example, going through Puon, is up half a second, just over half a second. So we'll keep an eye on him and see how he gets on through the rest of this lap. But yeah, it's and we also got Hutch is up 7/10 in the Protocharged SimSport McLaren.
David Funk in the funky town.
In the funky town Lambo.
Yep, can't stop the funk. Love it. I love that livery so much. I really do.
Robertson there in chat. It takes 2 laps to get the tires warm enough to do a decent lap. Good to know. Good to know.
I guess they really did change it. So, yeah, Mike Jackson coming around the final corner.
Oh, he's up. Big.
8/10. Losing a little bit of time. He's going to be
2:17.2. Incredible. He was on pace for a 16.9 there. And I don't know if he's ever done a 16. But yeah, he was on pace. Hutch moves up to second with a 2:17.5, and then Funk a 10th behind him, a 2:17.6. So the gold driver's starting to heat up out there. Oh, Ryan, isn't it? I'm gobsmacked. I just can't, gobsmacked.
gobsmacked. I can't believe it.
Gobsmacked.
How big up to a 218.2. So he's up to P6 and already improving just a little bit. Sakachi up 2/10 in the first few corners.
Yeah, do we have any word on how the Honda is here? I know that thing can be a death trap, so I can only imagine what it's like through Eau Rouge. Sakachi,
But I can tell
definite
you,
gold, though.
from experience with driving the Honda because of our baboon, our resident baboon, you know. For the 24-hour, it was, I think, last year. I know that the model, the tire model and the handling has changed a little bit, but
Yes.
it really was a death trap. And every time I went through Eau Rouge, I thought I was going to crash. Every single time for the whole 24-hour.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt yesterday. I mean, Scatchy's been obviously he's been competing for race wins in almost every round. Blaine Hall, 17 flat in the Audi, so he gets it done even with the disconnect. What a lap for Blaine.
Yeah, one more lap to go, but
Yep.
Mike Jackson up 3/10 currently. A few corners to go. He's going to have another attempt after this.
Yeah, so again on pace for a 16.9. Can Mike finish the lap off? I think he'll be ecstatic if he does. I don't know, maybe he has got in the 16th before, but this is incredible stuff. So into the bus stop. Key to get this right. It's the exit where there's so little traction.
Barely losing time on exit. I think he's lost half a tenth and does
But it's
move up.
enough for provisional pole 2:16.987. What a lap for Mike Jackson in the Ferrari.
We're down to the 260. And you believe.
Holy shitballs.
Oh, okay. I was just about to... Backball.
I don't know. This is an adult stream, isn't it? If any kids are watching.
We're all baboons anyways. Who cares?
Don't do drugs. Become famous and they give them to you for free.
I guess so.
I'm just kidding. Sorry, no, it's from a movie. It's a line from a movie. Like Blaine Hall up 3/10.
Oh.
And actually over 3/10 now. So let's see what Blaine can do.
216 really is wild, Wallace. Yes. Agreed.
It's crazy.
16.9 from Jackson. Blaine is going to be in the 216s as well. So 4/10 up currently. Blanchimont and the bus stop left to go. I have noticed last lap, Dylan Sauer and the other person, and Peter Hutch, go off in Blanchimont. Their laps both were invalidated there.
I gotta tell you, like, I know Spa, especially if you haven't had a chance to practice, I know Spa is very difficult, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know another track where we've had a 6-second spread in the field this season.
And he's 4/10 up and puts in a mid 216 to seal the deal.
2:16.6. I mean, that is just vomit-inducing, unless you're him. You know, what a great lap. Well done. My goodness me.
Yeah. Just 2 laps to put a time in.
I'm going to have to tune into Mr. B's stream. I'd love to get his reaction on the lap times ahead of him, because he's done a 2:18.2, which, you know, a year ago would have been phenomenal.
Mike Jackson, I saw him sliding there and invalidates on the exit of the last corner. That's not how you want to do it. He was up a 10.5.
Yeah.
And,
Just pushing incredible stuff, man. Honestly.
Dylan Sauer moves up just a little bit. He's just 200ths off of Jalen Jenkins. And Rados, now final person on track, is up 2.5 tenths. We'll see what lap time he can do. I just want to say, Chemo and Robeson, what a fantastic job you guys are putting in.
In the mix.
Oh, yeah.
In the mix. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, there was 2 Spa 24-hour races yesterday. 2 different organizations. Many drivers taking part, you know. Obviously, if you were taking part in that, probably got some good practice laps. You'll know Spa inside out from that point as we get a Rados
smash.
takes that Cheeto into the wall.
Take my big macho engine. I think the wall did take that. He did move up, so he moved up to P6 from P8, I believe that was. So Carl Big not really up where we're used to seeing him. I guess he had a hard time with Spa. Blaine Hall 216.6, Mike Jackson 216.9, and Peter Hutch 217.570, which is the exact same time as David Funk. That is, I love it.
Crazy. That is a crazy quali session. Like honestly, it is. Like those times are just insane. And like I said, there's a 6-second spread from front to back of the field, which is pretty unusual for this season. So
you're right. It's not just Hutch and Funk. It's also Sakachi and Rados with the exact same time.
Yeah.
217.7.
All the sevens, lucky number 7.
That's row 2 and 3 that are tied for the exact same time. You'd love to see it.
And look at that. 1st to 8th place, at least in the 17s. I'm just,
Gobsmacked.
I'm really happy I'm sitting here and not out there. That's all I got to say. Because, man, I'd be sweating my ass off to try and get anywhere near that. Should we do a grid walk?
Let's do it. And also, thank you for the follow, Shadow GT 007. All right, let's go through it. So,
all right. Pole position, once again, Blaine Hall in the Audi. Mike Jackson with a phenomenal lap in the Ferrari sits in 2nd position. Hutch and Funky Town on row 2 in the McLaren and Lambo, respectively. Sakachi in the Honda is in 5. Rados in 6 in the AMG. Kajcevic with a phenomenal lap in the Silver class in the McLaren in 7th. Robertson in the Ferrari in 8th. Carl Big in the Aston 9th on the grid. Jenkins in the McLaren in 10th. Dylan Sauer in a Ferrari 11. Beveridge 12th in the McLaren. German in the Ferrari 13. Moffat 14th in the McLaren. That was a lot of Ferrari McLaren switching. Santos 15 in the Ferrari. And then we finally get a different car. Guzman in the AMG. That's Jay Guzman in 16. Ryan Cody in the AMG in 17th. Barrett 18th in the BMW, alongside Chris Turner in the Only Farmers BMW in 19th.
BMW.
Bruce Hopkins in the McLaren is in 20th. Michael Lukey in the Porsche in 21. Miller in 22 in the Audi. King in the Aston 23. Guzman C in the AMG 24. Henry number 25 in the Ferrari. Rick Simile in the McLaren 26. And Cortez in the Ferrari 27. And that's it. That's the grid, with 8 seconds to go. That's because the grid's smaller, so I didn't run out of time this time.
27 cars today. Honestly, I'm surprised we had more in Snetterton, but at the same time, I get it because of the...
I honestly think it's a long weekend things.
It really is, yeah.
Oh, let me get a turn 1 angle for you, all right?
Yeah, let's get that up.
Without...
I did see Carlos Guzman either forgot to hit drive or strategically did not hit it. Hoping for the red flag restart. Good day to you, Shadow.
Instead of turn 1, why don't I do a lovely shot of Eau Rouge?
Oh yeah, that is the one. Yeah, the light goes green after.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, sorry. I always get confused with the F1. I always get confused with the F1 start line. All right, I have a lovely shot of Eau Rouge ready for us.
Just double check that this works, because usually I always have to click it a few times. Okay, that was instant.
Lovely.
Watch it not come up later on when we do start.
In the beautiful Ardennes forest, Spa du Francorchamps.
The show.
I don't know, my wife always laughs when I say that.
I can't. If whoever has missed the video, the intro video, stick around at the end. We'll play it back again, and it is beautiful.
Shadow GT 007 says, "G'day, guys." So I'm assuming he's down under in the good old Australia.
Not even going to attempt an accent.
No, I won't either. I won't offend anybody, especially when they've just followed the channel.
If this was Tiago, he would have jumped on it. I know you're listening, Tiago.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this should be fun. This should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So, Daddy, how you doing? Good evening. Welcome in.
Hey. So
Lovely. Go on, sorry, mate.
first.
I was just going to say, lovely big crowd tonight watching the race.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Yes, welcome
Yeah,
everybody.
49.
We're
49 wonderful people.
coming from the raid earlier. Thank you once again.
Yeah, absolutely. So formation lap, about 75% done. Field making its way double file now.
As the field begins to make their way double file, just wanna. How was our farmer doing? Flashing, Ryan Cody. Love it. I'm proud of you. Dad.
Got those two beamers side by side. That could be an interesting battle to keep an eye on as well.
At least we know for sure we can recognize which one is which.
Yes, yeah, indeed. Because my boat race is right on the roof.
You love to see it. I just want to say I've been really enjoying how creative some of the guys have been, submitting the liveries they've been bringing to the season. It's been really good.
All right, we are almost the line. Blaine Hall leads them around.
Everybody getting nice and tidy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Spa race was in yesterday. It was like 65 people, so the trail off the grid was crazy. 65 cars, so
5 cars. All right. So as
Round of sorts.
everybody makes their way down to the first, down to the lights, Blaine Hall leading just a little bit in front of Mike Jackson already, and it's the green lights. Mike gets a better run.
do you want to do your camera?
You have the cameras up.
All right, here we
They
go.
start making their way through. So far, it's look clean. I saw a flag being waved for just a little bit. Peter Hutch, all the way just up Mike Jackson.
You almost said
I did.
Paul
I
Hutch.
did. I didn't even make it to turn 2. I'm already doing it.
Awesome. Kajcevic and Robertson swapping positions a couple of times early on here, according to race control. So Kajcevic is ahead of Robertson as it stands.
Yep. Jalen Jenkins as well swapping with Dylan Sauer. That is not for class position, so that is, I guess, one that you can afford to give. I'm seeing right behind Barrett. Was that a move on Ryan Cody? Ryan Cody with a little bit of flash on him. And so far,
Chemo maybe running wide or something there. It's allowed Robertson and Carl Big in. So the door has been opened, and you've also got Dylan Sauer in the mix as well as they go through the chicane. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, interesting battle going on there. All pretty tight still throughout the field. Just about a second between. Oh, a little wiggle from Carl Big.
yeah.
In that black Aston Martin there.
And super wide, Chemo goes, and he's going to lose 2 positions as a result
At
to
least 2
Carl
spots.
and to Sauer. The Sauer and Big right now, this is 4-class position. They are going to go side by side through Blanchiment on cold tires almost. Oh, big wiggle from Sauer. And
It's the
that's
wiggle, and then Chemo caught him. Unfortunately, and we got more contact between 2 McLarens, and it sent 4 cars off at the bus stop.
what just happened.
Rough. That was rough. It was a lot of collisions, so everyone having to wait, which they are. Yellow flags are out. Everybody's doing their thing. We'll definitely be taking a look at that during penalty review. There was some pretty late braking going on into bus stop lap 1. Cold tires. Carnage ensued.
I don't know. There was some bowling.
There was some
side
bowling,
by
yeah.
side, Moffat and Jerry Santos. So Jerry Oh, Rogero getting really loose there at the exit of Redion.
It
yeah,
all started the wobble from Dylan, and then he got hit from Chemo, and then I think it was Dylan, the other Dylan Beveridge, came in late on the brakes, I think, into the bus stop and caused the other incident. So we will be reviewing everything as always.
We get a replay
penalties.
of that as well.
Yeah, I will. It's still
yeah.
exciting out there right now. I will definitely cue that up.
Yeah, so I mean, so far that was an interesting. Lap 1 was fantastic up until the last few corners. Unfortunately, from that wiggle, nothing really Chemo could have done in that scenario. Really, he's backing off, but there's a car also right behind him. Here, let's see. Currently, a yellow flag from Bruce Hopkins at the exit of Puon. He's gonna collect. Oh no, Chris has been collected.
All right. If you want to bring up the replay.
We do have, again, a few other contacts. All right, let's see the replays up.
Alrighty, so yeah, as I'll let it play out in full speed. It was all a little tight between these guys. Am I too early?
No, you're good.
I think I'm good. Yeah, so you'll see this three-way battle unfolded. And there was a little wiggle.
No, you are too early.
I am too early.
Yeah,
I'm like, what is
Boston.
happening? I'm too early. Yeah, it was. Okay, so here it was when... Yeah, so Kamal went wide. Little squiggle by Carl Big. Not too bad. Kamal bumped off the curb. Dylan Sauer saw the opening. Kamal gets back on the track and wobbles a little bit. Dylan goes inside. And then as they come through Blanchimont, he loses it on those tires. Kamal hits him in the back. Then we switch behind. You see Dylan Beveridge coming in on the outside, catches the grass, hits Chemo, which launches him into the Ferrari and the McLaren ahead of him. So yeah, it was just an unfortunate bowling chain of events. So yeah, I was too early.
You were too early, yeah. And we are seeing a few. There were a few other cars that did get collected at Puhan the second lap as well. One car slid, and yeah, a few other people couldn't really do much about it.
Yeah, apologies on the replay. Joey normally handles the replays, guys, by the way. I normally just talk.
This is Destruction Derby. It does feel like it's but it's all like 3 incidents.
Yeah.
3 small
it
ones
is,
that
yeah.
just kind of...
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, yeah, it is rough, but it happens. So there's quite the gap forming between the gold drivers, over a second between the top 6. And Sketchy's actually...
Didn't really give them much screen time, but yes, so far, Blaine Hall pulling a 1.3 second gap to Mike Jackson, who's pulled a 1 second gap to Peter Hutch as well. And all the golds kind of 1 second apart already.
Yeah, you've got Robertson, who is hot on the heels of Sakachi, so not in the same class, but if Mark feels he has the pace, he can definitely go for it. And he might do so here. He's got a run heading to Blochemont. Now, being in dirty air through Blochemont can be a little scary.
I mean, we just saw what happened to Dylan with that, and it looks like he is going to try and make the move.
Oh, we backed out.
Back out a little bit.
Yeah, chose the safer course. And Carl Big fancies a piece of this too, so he's now got himself back within half a second. So those 2 drivers moving on up. We'll keep an eye on that. There's a great train between Moffat, second in class, and then Barrett, Santos, Cody, and Jose Guzman, all within a second of each other.
So this fight for the silver podium is going to be spicy yet again. It has been spicy so far, every single race that we've done. Also, I don't think we've ever had
somebody pitting in early
this season. Oh, a lot of people have been pitting in early for damages. I've seen other cars lose it on Eau Rouge after those contacts early on while you were going through the replay. Jalen Jenkins did hit the curb and slide and hit the wall, I believe.
Yeah, he's pit in
right now.
So Kamal Kajovic has pit in. He's coming out the pits right now. Cortez is in the pits as well, and Dylan Beveridge has already completed his pit stop. So we'll see how that unfolds. Keep an eye further down the field. The bronze drivers are currently Rick Simmerly leading the field. I'm not sure what. Did we know what happened to Turner? I might have to go looking to see what happened to.
Turner did get affected by the Puhan spin. Actually, he was.
Gotcha.
If you do want to pull a replay, that was Puhan lapped.
Copy that. Why not? I'll have a look into that. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
That was also a 4 or 5 car yellow. I think some people slowing down.
That's the one that was happening when you.
Yes.
When we were looking at the other one. I got you.
Let's bring that back up. Let's see.
Let me rewind that. Alrighty. So yeah, you'll see. Here's Chris comes around. Bruce had actually lost it, and not much he could do there. Chris ends up going backwards, tries to roll it off track. Everybody narrowly admits that he holds the brakes at the perfect time, to be honest. But yeah, loses a bunch of positions. So he was leading the class, and then you can see the other chaos that ensued behind that. Miller got tangled as well.
By that second car, though.
No.
They just slowed down in time. That was impressive. Good on Chris. Honestly, best thing he didn't hold the brakes immediately and try to move it out the way. There were some cars too close that would have been a bit, that would have been his fault had he collected them. But that was
he had that
good.
backwards momentum.
Yeah,
and used it. So
honestly, that's what I would have tried to do as well.
All right, Carl Big at the back of this train with Robertson and Sakachi. Will he get a run out of Eau Rouge and Radion? I'm not sure how the Aston is at Spa.
Supposed to be pretty good, but Robertson also does have a run, and he's not really been able to get past Sakachi. Robertson early on the brakes there, and I don't know if that caught Carl off guard or not. But.
We know, we know Sakachi has good pace, so we'll have to keep an eye on that for sure. Ryan Cody, half a second behind Santos, and then Jose Guzman right behind him. So the two AMGs about to do battle.
Ooh, Jose Guzman really getting a run and is going to be just... Yes, gets the move done on Ryan. That was fantastic move a bit.
Yeah.
That was good on both drivers. Ryan does leave the space when he can't really defend safely.
Hard driving side by side there, the two Mercs. But Ryan flashes and acknowledging Flash as well as they head down towards Puon. So yeah, that was interesting.
Want to say, I love how much more Ryan is flashing now.
Yeah,
that's all I want to say. I know he's going to watch this later.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
It's very nice. We do have a sound effect for that.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, Miller with the yellow flag just as I switched to him. Sorry, Miller, I kind of sniped you. Wasn't really on stream. Just lost it, I believe, on his own. I'm going to check the replay. I'll let you know if there's anything worth seeing. I don't believe
Roberson
there was anything in it.
The run on Mate is going to be fully side by side going into the bus stop and is going to get the move done. Carl sneaks it in just a little bit, but he's going to have to stick back, and he's going to try and get a better run down into turn 1. It looks like this fight is now getting spicy. So Mark Roberson through and leaves Mate and Carl to fight each other.
Yeah, Miller just lost that on his own. So that was just a self-inflicted spin. I think just a too much outside curve, and then tried to pull out. That Audi's probably a little twitchy if you're too harsh on the brakes.
It really is. I just want Mate there going really cutting Radion.
Yeah, might be a track cut, maybe.
I believe that is going to be a warning, yes.
Chance of some drive-throughs today. I mean, you can easily get it if Eau Rouge goes wrong. There's a couple of other spots as well where it's quite easy to rack up a drive-through or two. So, No Name, yeah.
What is the new name of No Name? Speaker?
Speaker? Yeah, I think that's right.
Who decided to name it Speaker?
I think it is. We did have a new follow as well when all that drama was happening, so thank you for the follow. Abyss Watchers.
Oh.
You're welcome in. Jose Guzman is now opened up a gap of about 1.6 seconds from Ryan Cody and is now putting pressure on Santos, Rogerio Santos. And yeah, Jose was driving well yesterday in this Merc.
Ooh, we do have Michael Cortez facing backwards on the exit of Eau Rouge. That is, don't know what happened there. And in the meantime, Jose Guzman does get side by side with Rogerio. This fight is gonna keep going. There's just some scratching going on.
So if you'd like to bring up the replay.
Oh, let's see this.
I've got Cortez. So Cortez comes down, and this is what it can do to you, Eau Rouge. Goes through Eau Rouge, too much inside curb, unsettles the car, tries to save it again, and ends up spinning into the wall.
And that was
the pit exit.
Super close with David. Oh.
It was. But yeah, classic Eau Rouge death right there.
Classic Eau Rouge death. I do see he has another yellow flag, is facing the wrong way, and has teleported to the pits.
Teleported, yeah. That might be it for Cortez.
It might be it. So
Jose Guzman got past Rogerio Santos. Did you?
Yeah, we were also on them.
Okay, good. I was looking at a replay. And he's now flashing his lights at Dylan Beveridge. Yeah, so Dylan down almost a lap. Blue flags are out.
Blue flags are out, yes.
He pit really early for repairs, right? Yeah. After cannoning into some people at the bus stop, so...
Yes, and I do want to say the rate of attrition so far. So we've lost 3 drivers, and I guess the 4th one, Michael Cortez now, in the pits. We did lose Dylan Sauer, Bruce Hopkins, and Jalen Jenkins, unfortunately, as a result of the incidents.
Closest battle on track, Carl Big and Mate Sakachi. That doesn't count. That was close. That was close enough.
I mean, Josh is close to John.
Yeah, but like, you know, I just feel like that doesn't.
Hey, JJ.
So Carl Big 7/10. So yeah, Sakachi sees that he's got that. I guess Robertson, got past and is off. So
yeah,
Robertson leading silver at the moment. Muff, it's second in class right now. Number 223, Crazy Rabbits Racing. Justin Moffat was on my team yesterday. Great guy, and yeah, currently P2 in class. He'll be pretty happy about that, I think.
Oh, definitely. And unfortunately, like it was Chemo right in P2. No, Chemo leading the silvers initially and did get caught up in that McLaren incident in lap 1, and that's put him all the way at the bottom of the grid right now after his pit stop.
Yep.
So no, he won't be
Chris
too
Troubles
happy about that.
Turner has got himself back into second in class in the Only Farmers BMW. I don't know what to say about this livery, dude. The top of the car,
beautiful.
The top of the car is me in a vest with my sunglasses on.
Gotta get it back out for everybody to see.
I've been Tiago'd.
Hey, baby.
You know, I've been Tiago'd right here, guys. This is unbelievable.
Such a good livery. And the water.
Look at that grizzled grey stubble I've got going on my face right there. And then this one, Only Farmers. My twin babies have been replaced with watermelons.
I love it. I love it so much.
Oh, man. So Joseph German, within 3/10 of Ryan Cody, got a really, really good run. Thought about having a look into Lacombe, but pulls out, gets a little wobble as well. So
he's too far to make the lunge, and I think he was just trying to get into Ryan's head.
Yeah, I mean, he's all over his mirrors right now, so we'll see what happens. This is now the closest battle, so...
Yeah, so everybody else kind of spread out on track after all the chaos of the first few laps. I just want to say that wasn't that many not many incidents that happened, but it was larger ones.
Hello to the Giant O2 in chat. Good to see you. You should sign up for New World next season, Giant. He's another fast boy who's helping me learn the Mercedes this week.
Everybody is welcome.
Yep, absolutely.
Ooh, German there really breaking a little bit late, scaring. I think Ryan there probably whipped his pants just a little bit. And that went similarly behind. Who's that? Directly behind them. Oh, that is Carlos Guzman. Okay, so Carlos, after the initial incidents and repairs with the early pit stop, down right behind Joseph German. I'm trying to... Was it just an early pit stop, or was it for repairs? Because I don't think he's that far back. A yellow flag for Dylan Beveridge.
Oh, in the bus stop.
In the bus stop, and spooks Ryan.
Everybody...
There. Oh.
Oh my word! And Carlos Guzman uses that moment to get past. He's unlapping himself here then?
Yes.
Yeah, so got enough pace to do it, but his inside line is completely blocked off there by German. Because the unfortunate thing for Carlos here is he's arrived at a battle for position.
Yes.
Which, you know, is sure, love to let you by so you can unlap yourself maybe, but not whilst we're in a fight for position.
Yeah, so right now I'm pretty sure that looked like a track cut for German. That will be a warning. He does have the pace, and are they gonna?
He's gonna be on the outside going into Lacombe. Carlos Guzman may insert himself here. Please don't go 3 wide.
He's hitting the brakes early.
He backs out. Yeah.
He's gonna let them through.
Oh.
I don't know if there was contact there. It was barely no contact registered.
No
contact. That was a good defense there by Ryan.
It was, yeah, well done, Ryan.
Carlos really being, I guess, the prime spectator in this. Let's see what Carlos is seeing.
So, Jose Guzman, meanwhile, has moved up, and he's now P4 in class, so he'll be pretty happy about that, I think. And Rogerio Santos about 1.3 seconds behind him. But this German versus Cody battle with Carlos Guzman desperate to unlap himself, or at least get as far up the field as he can, seeing as he's already pit.
We're just being spectators like Carlos in this fight, and it's not stopping. They're catching each other consistently. I do think it looks like.
And I mean, you can't pull out of a battle like this. Even, you know, Carlos has to be very patient here, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, yellow flag for Dylan Beveridge. He's on the side in the grass on the S's. I don't know what happened. It looks like he's not really having a great race so far.
I'm going to have a look at see what his bus stop when he was facing backwards. I'm going to have a look at that. I'll let you know if it's anything we should take a peek at.
It did see it. It looks like he did have a contact. Might have been. But Carlos really just waiting right now. German decides to go into the pits, gets out of this fight. He knows he has a little bit more pace than Ryan, and does not want to be held up.
Oh yeah, I've got it. If you want to bring up your replay. It was Beveridge with Carlos Guzman right behind him. Carlos got a bit of a touch on Dylan there and sent him spinning, so that will undoubtedly be a penalty on Carlos. Dylan just got out the way of those other drivers. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately that will probably be a penalty for Carlos, but
and Dylan,
we know what happened there.
I just noticed while we were showing that replay, Dylan did spin out once again, second time in the same lap, and he has teleported to the pits. I believe Dylan might be.
So maybe the damage altered the cornering of that McLaren. Lukey is currently P15 overall, about 4 or 5 tenths behind Charlie King. It is Charlie King. I had to check because I didn't want to do a Ferris.
You would join New World Sim Racing only if all the races were held in the wet or at night conditions. Listen, to be honest,
mix them up.
We do mix them up, and our wet races are usually even cleaner than this one is honestly like almost kind of an exception. It's been the other races we've had, even Snetterton was clean. Can you believe it?
Yeah, exactly.
Overall, and
it was. Yeah.
Our wet races are generally cleaner. It's kind of like a running joke now that if we have Bathurst in the end of the season, it's either stupid hot conditions or wet. And we have had 2 wet Bathursts chosen by the wheel, might I add.
We have, yeah,
and,
we have.
And it has been, I think we've had the least collisions there.
So Mark Robertson leading silver comfortably at the moment. He is battling right now with Rados, who is in the gold, but Mark's pace is really good today. So, and it has been for the last couple of races, I might add.
I feel like he's going to get himself a promotion back to gold.
I think he probably will. I mean, he's right in the mix with them now.
Yeah, and he's definitely improved from last time around. That was a wiggle on the exit of Rouge.
Let's not snipe him. Lukey putting the pressure on. Lukey did get past King, and is now putting the pressure on Rick Simile. Going into La Source, I think Lukey should be able to get this done as long as he's left the room.
That is just enough. Yeah, King, I believe we saw go wide.
There's going to be, it could be contact.
Scrubbing.
Just a little.
No contact register. Oh no, it was barely.
I think Rick then went over and touched the wall. Kind of gave a weird.
Oh.
Yeah, he got a rough line through Eau Rouge because he tapped the wall before he turned left. He tapped the wall on the right. Looks like that Porsche does not have the straight line speed though. Look, even in the tow, it doesn't have it.
No, but
interesting.
He's trying to use the Porsche brakes. I don't think this is the same as the last Porsche. Brakes are just as good as any other. How good do you have to be to join? Not beginners are welcome. Our bronze class is there for people that are not as fast as the others, but everybody honestly has been improving so much.
What's kind of unique about our league, GUI, is that we race with 3 different splits on track at the same time. And I think it's what makes this league unique. It's also what makes it great, because there's a lot of education that happens for the bronze drivers, red badges as you're looking at the screen now. And, you know, a lot of our silvers started with a red badge and have got faster, they've got better. Because promotions happen with speed, but also with racecraft. So, you know, if you are really new and there's things that you can learn from the guys, we hang out in Discord all the time. We're constantly talking about incidents and looking at replays. And, you know, you can learn a lot by being in the community as well as the races. So, yeah.
Did put a link in chat for the Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord and then follow the instructions, you know, typical Discord stuff. Welcome and rules and all that, and roles.
Yeah.
Oh, little wiggle ahead of Luke. I'm still watching Lukey there. Lukey had to brake check. Rick's having all kinds of issues, which will be frustrating to Lukey, but he doesn't really have a choice but to try and line it up.
Yeah, so Lukey really struggling there to get ahead of Rick. So just as Milo was saying, this is 3 different splits on track, and while they're racing on the same track, the points don't count for different splits. Right, so you're only racing against your own split. You can choose to you know, try and keep your track position, if you will, or you can choose to yield that to a driver in another split, and there will be no points docked for that. Usually the smartest idea, unless your pace is faster than them. And here we can see, is that Charlie? No, Charlie King is behind. So that is I believe that's Chemo trying to unlap himself.
Yeah, he's unlapping. So he was taken out in that early incident, and Chemo obviously was very, very fast in qualifying. Was in the 17s comfortably, so we know he's got pace.
Yeah, so he's going to have to try and make his way back through. He's 15 seconds behind Carlos Guzman, who has had an incident with Beverage. So either he stays within that 15 seconds and is going to get the spot due to penalties, or he's got to make his way through Lukey to try and start getting those faster laps in.
Mark Robinson had a bit of a run on Rados here. This battle has been going on for several laps, which is great to see. So Rados took the inside for the bus stop, as you would, to defend. And Robertson, when you're on the outside going into the bus stop, you got to get back across behind the car, really, to open up the last corner. So, yeah, it's a very, very good battle going on between these two right now.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the battles that are happening right now. For the top of the field, so we've not really given them much or at all any screen time just at the race start. Blaine Hall currently leading 6 seconds from Peter Hutch.
Another insane drive from from Blaine so far in that Audi.
And just have to go back to Robertson going around the outside of Brussels and is gonna get the move done.
Fabulous overtake at Lecon. What a great...
Did I say Brussels?
Yeah, what a great move that was.
That was a really
outside
good move,
to inside. Well done, Robertson. He's having a great drive. P4 overall, and you might as well paint his car gold now.
Well, he did have the gold car.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He might not like me saying it, but my goodness, he's having a great drive. So well done. Yeah, love to see it. Sakachi has caught up with Rados now, so that battle did allow Sakachi to close the gap to those two, because obviously you lose a bit of time when you're battling. We'll see if Rados can stretch his legs a bit now.
And Carl Big just 1.5 seconds behind. So if Sakachi and Rados do start battling, he is going to be right up there as they slow each other down.
Yeah, Carl's up 2 spots. I believe he started P9 on the grid. So, yeah, putting it in. I don't know how much practice time he got this week. But yeah, I also, like I said, I don't know if the Aston's great here. I think there was one average in the 24 yesterday.
It is average.
And our other resident Aston, Luis, leader of the points, is he not?
Yep.
Decided to give Spa a miss, so a drop round news for Luis.
Oh, we do have, so our gold split pit stops. Blaine Hall, Peter Hutch, both in the pits. Is that Rados as well going in? We had Mike Jackson go last lap around. We are just about at the halfway mark now. And I guess they're going for some fresh rubber.
Yeah, so we're going to see that order swap up now as people start to pit in. For the Silvers, Jose Guzman and Joseph German have both pit, as have Carlos Guzman. He pit early. So did Kamal Kajcevic. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the Silvers unfold once everyone starts pitting in. I think, excuse me, I think Robertson will still be in the lead comfortably when he comes out, but...
Kimo not really able to get around Lukey. Now Lukey dives into the pits. Kimo, I guess, is going to be a little happy about that. Some clean air in front of him, and I guess he's not having to try and send it anymore.
Yeah, so Rogério Santos will go through past Rados, and Rogério, we know, likes to pit with about 8 minutes to go. So we'll see if Rados catches him on the fresher tires. We'll see if Robertson... Oh, is Robertson ahead of him, actually?
Robertson is ahead of him.
Never mind.
It's
Robertson hasn't pit yet. Yeah, I got my Robertson and my Rados mixed up in my head there. I was watching 2 different splits.
I think that counts as one.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, a bunch of guys in the pits now. Blaine Hall, Moffat, Hutch, Barrett, Rados, Cody, Lukey, Turner, Miller, all in the pits.
Blaine Hall, our race leader right before the pits, has now come back out in P7 overall.
And Hutch P8.
So Mike Jackson got around Hutch with the undercut. Mike Jackson did enter the pits in P3, and Hutch just 2 seconds behind him now on colder tires. So I think Mike definitely had a better strategy there, or has had a better pit stop.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the gap between those three isn't giant, so it's closed up a bit, because it was about 6.5 seconds, right? Before the pit stops that Blaine was leading.
So I just
by that gap is now...
I took a peek at the pit stop time, and Mike Jackson's was higher by 1 second, so it was definitely the undercut. Maybe a mistake or two by Peter, but Mike now sitting in P2.
pit lane busy for a few moments here. We've also got Carl Big. Robertson is pitting now, and Funk as well. So Sakachi, provisional lead of the race. But we know when he pits in, he's most likely going to come out somewhere around Rados there, I think.
Yep.
We'll see. Joseph German within 0.3 of Jose Guzman. So the battle on here. I mean, podium spots up for grabs in silver. Not first place, but I think second and third is up for grabs. I mean, Moffat, I think, is sitting in provisional second at the moment.
Yes, I believe Robeson is going to come out ahead after the pits, as he was right ahead of Rados. And I think Moffat is, how many seconds? He's 8 seconds behind Rados currently. Thank God you didn't race this weekend. Why, Tiago?
Yeah, Tiago, you should have been out there.
Yeah. We needed some more sand to slow down some cars earlier. Oh, come on.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started. This guy.
This guy.
Yeah, so this German and Guzman battle is on at the moment, whilst everyone else does their pit strats. Ferrari versus Mercedes.
Versus Mercedes?
Mm-hmm. Through the bus stop.
Ooh.
Oh, a little wiggle.
Jose, they're really sliding on the exit of the first corner of the bus stop, and German almost gets him.
Yeah, I can tell you, it's hard to get the traction coming out of the bus stop in that car. Got to get the gearing. Got to get the gearing just right.
Joseph, they're trying to set up his run down this first straight. He's going to be close enough to maybe have a look into Lekum. Unless he finds around here, he is good so far. That, honestly, the Mercedes, the grunt of it.
So only 3 drivers yet to pit. Matei Sakachi in the gold split, and then Rogerio Santos and Charlie King from silver.
So I just have to say, Joseph German being flat out behind the Mercedes in the tow did not gain a single tenth on him.
It's interesting because most people regard the AMG as not great in a straight line.
BOP maybe?
No, I mean they weakened it here at Spa for sure. It could be the setup that
it could be
that German's using on the Ferrari, like wing position or something.
I completely forgot that was a thing. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I mean maybe he's gone for a bit more handling than top end, you know?
Yeah.
Which is fine, because if that's what it takes to get through Eau Rouge safely guaranteed every lap, then so be it, you know?
I do recall I usually, when I do Spa, although I know the straight is prime overtaking spot.
I tell you what, because of the size of that rear end of that Merc, it's causing some turbulence for that Ferrari as well. You can see a couple of corners there, about 3 corners ago, just that Ferrari getting a little wobbly behind.
I also saw a little bit of lag there.
Yeah, a little lag spike.
But yeah, I would take a medium to high down for a setup in Spa, usually because if you're able to attack and get those positions right before the corners in Sector 2, I think you can make up a lot more time there than you can on the straight with lower wing.
Yeah. Cortez, who did stay in the race, thankfully, despite a teleport earlier, he's just pit in.
Ooh, and a yellow flag for Adam Henry coming out of Radion. About to say that
I
looked
will
like out of the pits, but
I will have a look at the replay.
oh, that was
And I'll let
that
you
looked
know.
rough.
Might have been just a loss at Eau Rouge.
I think so, yes. The size of that rear end. Clip it.
Yes, Tiago.
That's what he said for the twins. What?
All right, here we go.
Oh, hang on. We do have Joseph German side by side trying to go around the outside of Guzman, but is not going to have the grip to go through Lecum, and is unfortunately going to stick behind.
I got a replay for you.
See the replay? You're up.
So Henry Yeah, coming down. Going to show you how wrong it can go here. Catches a lot of inside grass and curb. Boom, into the top of the wall.
Oh,
Flies across the pit lane exit into the Wart Radion, and that will be a very painful crash.
yes, that's what that happened in real life before, and it didn't end well.
It did not end well, yeah. Rados 4/10 back from Big, so good battle going on here between these two. They're probably both enjoying this quite a lot.
Yep.
And
Mercedes on Aston, so I think the Merc will have a better time trying to get by the Aston than the other way around. If it is on the straights, that is.
potentially, yeah. I think the Merc's good in the tow, but not good being the tow. But yeah, it's... No, so German's still chasing down Guzman, Rados and Big. Apart from that, we're pretty spread out everywhere else.
Yeah,
Jackson is keeping Blaine Hall within about 3.4 seconds. So Mike's driving well.
Really well, yes.
Yeah, Blaine is not stretching his legs quite as much as he did in the first stint. And Hutch as well, same gap. So heads down and see if they can get some good lap times down.
Definitely, and this race between German and Guzman is still going on.
Still going on, and this could result in a run. We'll see. Again, Ferrari may suffer with top end. They both go a little sketchy at the top of the hill, but they made it. The Ferrari this time has a run and will go towards the inside. So Jose didn't have a chance to get across to defend the inside. So into Lacombe, the Ferrari of German's going to take a little bit of contact there. Oh, just a little. German holds it though, thankfully. Jose might get away with that one.
And now he's just gonna have to stick around and try and get the spot back. I don't know if that looked like, I guess from the contact it was mostly right, but it kind of did look like a run off track.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we'll take a look at all contacts, obviously, in penalty review, and we will apply post-race penalties for those that don't know.
Yes, we lost our Tiago.
Yeah, I mean, life stewarding is a
I'm
tough one.
Yeah, it really is
So-
tough, and it's...
All right, so Carl Big has now caught Sakachi. So Sakachi pit in, got out in front of Big and Rados. And now Carl Big putting some pressure on Sakachi with Rados kind of sitting just behind as well. So this could turn into a battle. This is currently 5th, 6th, and 7th in the gold.
Yeah. It really is. I'm loving these battles. And we're also not
Guzman
done with Guzman and
just escaped hitting the back of German there at the bus stop at the entrance. And it was close. Yeah, these two, closest battle on track. I hope they're having fun, because...
Oh, I would be.
It's sweaty, but it's fun, right?
Yes. Sweaty, but fun.
Both drivers have been with us for more than a couple of seasons, I think.
Yep.
So that's one good thing too. People do tend to stick around in New World, which is good for the most part.
For the most part.
Ferrari keeping that wide entry into Lacombe. And the Merc feels pretty nice through here, I'm not going to lie. This whole section of track, the car felt pretty good. I wasn't a big fan of it at Pouon. We'll see how Jose takes that behind this Ferrari.
Also, further ahead, so Carl Big is within 0.3 of Sakachi, and Rados just peeking in and out of that 1 second gap. So Just gonna be sitting behind, waiting carefully as these two start fighting and defending. Just start battling. Trying to slow each other down.
Yeah. Yeah, further back there, it does look like the Ferrari a little better through Puon, which I suspected would be the case. The AMG is very understeery here. So you really have to adjust for that.
Mate goes in a little deep. Carl gets a decent run at him. I don't think he's going to get the drive out of the final corner to get past, but is now going to have to go around the outside of La Source. Double gauche is double left. That's all it means. Puhan sounds better when Miles says it.
I thought Carl got an excellent exit there, but that Honda seems to be good on the throttle, like acceleration-wise.
Yes.
Let's see about the top-end battle now, because Carl's going to go follow him through Eau Rouge, which is always scary when you're right behind somebody. And will he get the run? Looks like that Honda's going to eke away.
He's 2/10 behind right now, 1/10, so he is catching.
It is closing.
Have not enough.
Not
run.
quite enough.
Ooh. He thought about it.
He had a little look, yeah. I mean, he had to, because the problem is now, you know, that the rest of the lap, it's really hard unless Takachi makes a mistake. It's hard to get another opportunity, so you got to really rely on that run down the Kemmel Straight.
Or if you have a lot more downforce in Sector 2, it's the time to try and make moves, maybe around the outside even.
We do have Chris Turner, if you want to go to cockpit cam, because Bullet, way back at the beginning of the stream, redeemed an onboard lap with Troubles Turner in the OnlyFans, oh my god, Only Farmers livery. Only Farmers is worse, so I don't know.
I saw, so was it not this last weekend with Joby and John Barrett, we did go to see some oval racing, IRL, and there was a piece of merch that caught our attention. That was just only wins at the racetrack. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, not bad. That's pretty good. So yeah, Chris,
we need one of those
into whatever that corner is. That Rivage? Is that Rivage? Yeah.
Speaking of merch, let's just put that link in chat. We do have our Sandbags Inc. Cup.
I might go back in the Beamer, you know. I'm thinking about it.
The Beamer.
I do miss it.
Decent, but boring.
Yeah, I think it used to be. I don't know that it still is. Blaine Hall leading the race. Obviously, we haven't mentioned him much. He's just past Miller with the blue flags, and Ruggiero is 28 seconds up the road. I don't think it's going to take long for Blaine to close this down. 14 minutes left. Ruggiero will probably pit in the next 5 minutes, I think.
Yes, I think he's going to pit at 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, it is an interesting stat. I'd love to look at his cumulative lap times and see, you know. Oh! The Guzman-German battle continues. Guzman clipped the inside wall coming down towards Eau Rouge. It didn't affect him, and he somehow held it. So I'm going to bring up a replay. Were you live for that?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's get your replay up.
Did you see that? Yeah, I'm going to bring that up on a replay because I think he's maybe driving in his mirrors or something. We'll have to...
Maybe, but he does get the move done into Lecum and is now ahead of German. So this battle is not stopping. Let's see the replay as well.
In a second.
That up is bigger.
Yeah, okay. There we go. So as they came into La Source, German looking all right. No room there. Took a wide entry. I think maybe looking at the exit. I don't. Let's see what happened here. On my screen, it looked like he cuts in, bounces off the wall. He's very lucky to get away with that.
That might have given him enough damage to slow him down and let Guzman get the run into this next corner. So if you do carry on and watch up until turn 4.
Yeah, here we go.
He gets
Guzman did get the run.
really good run, and
That's when my replay ended.
your replay ends there. A yellow flag for Ricky and Michael Cortez. Michael Cortez now back again out of the pits. It looks like he's been having a really hard time today with the car.
His car is severely damaged. I'm expecting that to be a Eau Rouge victim.
Most definitely. The yellow flag was just now going for him. Yes,
Yeah, he just lost it at Eau Rouge into the wall. Yeah, we don't need to show it. It looked painful.
Ouch. So yeah, this fight with Jose and the Guzman and Joseph German still raging on. Jose taking a really deep inside line, trying to defend.
Yeah,
that
and the
corner.
Ferrari might have a run again here.
Oh
no, he's lost it at the
it.
top of Rouge. I sniped him. I'm sorry, Joseph.
No. Not
I
like
sniped
this.
Right as I said he might have a run here. Boom, into the wall. Oh, I feel so bad for him because, you know, he's put in some really good qualities and he's been leading he's led silver at times and he's just, yeah, had some bad luck.
That is... Oh, that's not how I was expecting this battle to end.
Teleports to the pits, and that is a sad end for Joseph German. And Jose Guzman will breathe a sigh of relief now, I guess, and can just finish out his race with 10 minutes to go. Cole Big still hot on the heels of Sakachi. It's back down to 3/10. Rados has dropped back a little bit. So these two are...
Yep, we saw it.
Yeah, we saw Unlucky Joseph. That was... Eau Rouge claims another victim.
It does. Oh, is that sliding in front of Mate?
Cortez, I think. I mean,
That
you've got to
is
be careful
Cortez,
there. I know it's a blue flag, but you've got to be careful. Cortez was already in the middle of that chicane, so it's very...
he was sliding. He was sliding. Yeah. He didn't really have control on the car there. Cortez, he's really limping it now. Luckily, no one behind him into Eau Rouge. That is not what you really want to be doing. So, Carl almost gets a run on Mate as a result, but this battle is just gonna have to carry on. He's within tow range, so we've lost yet another driver just now. So Joseph German leaves the server. We have lost
down to
5.
22 drivers. Kajcevic is making a move right now on Rick Simley. They aren't in the same class. I think Rick made that very easy for Chemo to get through. So Chemo moves up to 18th overall. And
I just want to say props to Chemo for sticking around even after that first incident and all the damage. He is going to pick up as a result a number of points.
Absolutely. So current Rogerio Santos leads the race, but has not pit. So we know that's skewed at the the moment.
And he's not pitting yet, so he's going to pit with either 5 minutes to go or 3.
Yeah, I mean, he'll have to, or it will be a mega penalty, I guess.
I think it's a 80-second penalty or so. Actually, it depends on the pit length, right?
So currently, the silver podium should be, I think it'll be Robertson comfortably in P1. Moffat, P2 in class right now. He's probably very, very happy about that. Barrett, P3 in class. So again, Barrett's got himself onto the podium yet again in that BMW. If it finishes like this, of course.
If it finishes like this. Yeah, Barrett doing pretty well for himself, honestly, this season. I believe he is, he's leading currently overall the silver split. And Robeson is very, very close behind. They've kind of been exchanging first and second positions throughout all the races so far. And so this is going to be very close.
Michael Lukey has got himself within a second of Ryan Cody. So we may get a little Porsche Mercedes battle. for the last couple of laps. Potentially.
We do have another yellow flag for Cortez on the exit of Blanchimont. It looks like that car is rough. I think he should probably just take it into the pits. And
probably, yeah. I think retiring at this point would probably be quite a smart move, but you never know. Lukey did get past Cody.
Yeah, Cody did kind of back out in Cortez. At Blanchimont, Cortez trying to still stay out.
Yeah, I'm going to watch the replay of that, see if it's worth a look.
7 minutes to go. Seven minutes to go in Spa. This has been, so far, this race has been a race of attrition, really, more than anything else. Lots of people losing it. Or Rouge claiming quite a few lives today. Rick Simile, yellow flag on the exit of Pablo Cortez with another one again at Eau Rouge. He's facing backwards. I don't think he's having a great time there at all.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Look weird. Lukey gained massively on Ryan in just through Blanchimont, and then Ryan had to lift and move over.
I think Ryan might have just let him through.
Yeah, maybe.
Ryan, how dare you? After the flashing, you can't do that.
Similarly, off in the grass right now. Miller gets past him. I'll have a look and see if it's worth a look.
That was too quick. So now Carl and Sakachi into Blanchimont. Carl has a run, is still too far behind to do anything. This battle is going to keep going on, and Rogério Santos still out.
If you want to bring up the replay.
Let's see it.
Yeah, similarly, in the start of Sector 3, getting it all kinds of loose on the curbs and just launches it into the wall. So McLaren doesn't look the easiest, fast, but doesn't look the easiest to handle maybe around Spa de Francorchamps.
I can't wait to play the intro video again.
Yeah, Carl Biggs still within half a second of Matej Sakachi. These two have been in a battle for a few laps now as well, more or less since the pit stop.
Yeah, so everyone else so far really separated enough. I think the closest other person on track is Mark Robeson to David Funk, just about 2 seconds. Mark Robeson leading Silver Class after Rogério does go to the pits, which he hasn't yet. We'll either see him go in this lap or next, or he will be given a stewards of that Kunos stewards are not going to like him too much.
Yeah, interesting tactic.
He does know about the rules though, so I don't expect to see him stick around.
He does, yeah. I don't understand why. And he pits in right as we say that, but I don't understand why you'd run your tires that long. You know, I don't understand that.
I would have pit around 15 minutes to go.
Even that on the new tire model can be, could cost you.
I don't know about the new tire model, but yes, on the at least on the older set, I usually do that because I like being light and have fresher rubber.
Yeah,
fresher rubber than most for the last few laps, and give you time to attack. Unless I start making big mistakes, then I go to the pits a bit earlier.
So that little close bit of racing there, obviously readjustment needed, and Carl had to drop back a couple of tenths. So to try and reel him in again, he's running out of time.
Show off tire saving skills.
Maybe Rogério goes in, and now the Silvers will start passing him. Robertson is through. Moffat will be next. He's coming down to La Source, currently E2 in class. So Moffat will be really happy, I think, with that. Barrett currently running third. Santos still stationary in the pits.
Yep. Ridos now coming around the final corner. He is going to get past Jerry Santos might just start moving before Jose Guzman comes around. Yes, he is moving. So we might still see another fight here between Guzman and Jose. Rick with a stop and go 30. I think that's the first penalty of the race.
That is the first penalty of the race, and a speeding in the pit lane penalty.
What you want to see?
Rick's had some really good races this season. This one will probably not go down as one of them.
Yeah.
Don't think he's had a great day out there. Spa can be quite unforgiving. Let's face it.
Yes. And so Rogerio Santos comes out in P4, 4 seconds ahead of Jose Guzman, who's now trying to get around Rick. So without trouble. Carl Bake has dropped off 1 second to Mate, and with that, we don't have any more races, any more battles within a second of each other. Blaine Hall crosses the finish line for the last time before the end of the race, and a comfortable lead for him.
Flawless race from Blaine, really. I'm after the pit stops, it was a little closer, but he maintained about a 3.5 second lead from most of the second stint, and then it's sitting at 4 seconds now, 4.4. So,
Why do you have to compliment? Now he's gonna disconnect on the last lap.
Assuming he doesn't disconnect the last lap. Oh my goodness, could you imagine?
That would
last
be,
corner
that
disconnect.
That honestly would be rough. Yes, Carson, it happened.
Great drive as well from Mike Jackson. P2 got around Hutch with the undercut and never looked back. And great drive from him. And Hutch will be on the podium as well. Again, providing everybody makes it home from here safely. Funk P4 overall and in his class. And then Robertson P5 overall, first in silver. So
I just want to say Robertson has been doing a great job this race so far.
I would say almost flawless from him too. And, it's getting away at the start is a big part of it. So,
yeah, but he's also been able to make moves on Rados and Carl Big. A yellow flag for Ryan Cody. Is Ryan out of fuel?
No, Did he think the race was over? He might not have realized he had another lap.
I don't know. I just saw a yellow flag and moved over to him. He's right next to the start-finish line.
He stopped. I think he thought it was over.
Ryan,
maybe.
Hello,
well,
Cakes.
Good to see you. The voice of North American sim racing. Whelp Cakes joins us in the chat.
Just in time to post a race results.
He'll hate me for saying that, but whatever. Doesn't matter.
And Blaine Hall comes across the start-finish line first in the race. A comfortable lead of 4 seconds over Mike Jackson, who then leads 5 seconds from Peter Hutch.
That's your podium in gold. Hall, Jackson, Hutchins. Great drives from all three of them. To be honest, Funky Town will bring it home next, followed closely by Robertson. Only 1.6 seconds back, so Funky Town will bring it home. Robertson in P5, great drive from him, and he will win silver. So Moffat and Barrett, providing they get through the bus stop. I'm not trying to snipe them, I promise. Maybe a little.
Funk with that livery. The Funk livery is beautiful.
Moffat crosses the line, P2 in silver. Well done. Great drive.
Great drive from Moffat as well, yes. A quiet race for him overall. I don't think he's been involved in any battles this race.
And then Barrett as well quietly makes his way back onto the podium once more, third in class. Rogerio Santos will take fourth in class, so decent. I don't think the tire strap cost him that much today.
No,
so
not so. He's come right in front of Guzman. I think Guzman was 4 seconds behind at the beginning of the lap, or last lap in his.
Could you, for the bronze leader, could you show Whelp Cakes a live shot of the only farmer's livery?
I can always do that. Let's do it actually right now.
as he is about to enter the bus stop. And Chris Troubles Turner, in the Only Farmers BMW M4, will cross the line and win bronze. So, and he, for some reason, he has a picture of me sunning myself on the roof of his car.
And a picture
That's
of the VR.
unbelievable. And me in VR with my goggles. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, yeah. And then for some reason, I'm holding some bananas there. Unbelievable, Jeff. And then my twin babies replaced with watermelons. I got to show my wife this later. She will get a kick out of this.
Amazing. This is just amazing.
I'll show you. I'll show you after. Don't worry. She's just come nosing around the corner. Chris created a livery of me all over his car. It's quite
It is a piece
horrifying.
So he takes the bronze win, followed by David Miller and Michael Rick Simile, who had a rough end of the race there, but still took home the podium win.
Yep. So 20. I think we had 27 on the grid. How many finished? Like 22 or something. Yeah, we lost a few drivers in there.
Did lose a few drivers. Yeah.
But all in all, another great race. GG.
Yes, lovely race by everyone. Let's one last time show the leaderboard. So for our bronze class, our 5 drivers made it, I think, through. Adam Henry might be the only one to get that hasn't crossed the race distance. Robinson, Moffat, and Barrett for silver, and Blaine Hall with a purple lap of 2:16.6 during the race, by the way. And Mike Jackson closely behind, 2:16.8. Peter Hutch with 2:17.
Ridiculous lap times from quali all the way through.
Really?
Next week, round 7 is at a track I love in my home country. It's Donington. In the daytime, rumor has it, it's going to be raining.
The emotional damage came out right when you said Donington.
All right, I have to run. Faris, it's been a joy. GG to everybody in the race and in chat. Thanks for joining us. You're going to roll the intro video one more time, I believe.
Yeah, I'm going to roll the intro video one more time, and for everybody that missed it the first time around, enjoy it. And we'll see you next week at Donington.
Goodbye.
Every Sunday for 60 minutes. We are free. Sharing passion. Pushing the limits. This is the New World Sim Racing GT3 Sprint Series.
Round 6, Spa de Francorchamps. Each and every driver has mentally prepared themselves to challenge, to fight, to rise above their rivals and make a name for themselves on track. 10 rounds of action-packed racing await us all in the New World Sim Racing GT3 Sprint Series. Drivers, start your engines.